Hello viewers, you're watching VNA News Agency's Daily Bulletin. Up next are the headlines.
Party congresses of Ho Chi Minh City, central agencies and centrally run enterprises commence. Vietnam-Japan Economic Forum 6 ways to promote bilateral cooperation. Vietjet Air launches a new service between Ho Chi Minh City and Yangon.
The 10th Congress of the Ho Chi Minh City Party Organization opened on October 14 with the attendance of 445 delegates representing more than 200,000 party members in the city. Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng delivered an instruction speech at the event.
In his political report, Secretary of the Municipal Party Committee Lê Thanh Hải said over the past 5 years, the city has basically fulfilled its set targets, with an annual GDP growth of 9.6%, 1.66 times higher than the country's average, and a per capita GDP increase of 12% each year, reaching $5,538 in 2015. Ho Chi Minh City completed its poverty reduction target for the 2009 to 2015 period, 2 years ahead of schedule. In addition, the city has maintained political stability, ensured social order and safety, and consolidated defense and security, while making positive changes in judicial reform and expanding international cooperation. Addressing the event, Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng urged Ho Chi Minh City to work harder to make it a modern and civilized city, playing the role of a driving force of the country's socio-economic growth and becoming an economic, finance, trade, and science technology hub in Southeast Asia. To fulfill all targets set for the new period, the leader suggested the Southern Hub should mobilize all resources and make full use of its potential to create breakthroughs in economic growth and structural transfer, with a focus on restructuring the economy, renovating growth model, developing services, high-tech industry, and agriculture.
The same day, the Party Organization of Central Agencies convened its 12th Congress for the 2015-2020 tenure in Hanoi. State President Trương Tấn Sang attended and instructed the Congress. The Congress is reviewing the 5-year implementation outcomes of the resolution of the last Congress and set up missions for the 2015-2020 term. Participants will also scrutinize and give feedback on draft documents to be submitted to the 12th National Party Congress slated for early 2016. Speaking at the event, President Trương Tấn Sang lauded the bloc's advisory efforts, especially in issues regarding đổi mới, renovation, industrialization, modernization, international integration, socio-economic development, ensuring defense and security, external relations, and the reinforcement of the party, state, and political system. The party organization has actively contributed to Vietnam's success in stabilizing and restructuring the macroeconomy, ensuring social welfare, enhancing the country's position in the world, safeguarding territorial integrity, and defeating sabotage schemes of hostile forces. The leader tasked the Party Organization of Central Agencies with improving the advisory capacity of its agencies, staff, and party members in order to propose the best possible guidelines and policies on socio-economic development, defense and security maintenance, sovereignty and territorial integrity protection, external relations, and party building. Also on October 14, Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng attended the 2nd Congress of the Party Organization of Centrally Run Enterprises.
In his speech, Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng urged the party organization of centrally run enterprises to continue proposing mechanisms and policies to remove obstacles facing state-owned enterprises to improve their capacity and competitiveness. The Prime Minister praised efforts and successes of the party organization over the past 5 years amidst the complicated changing domestic and world situation. However, he also pointed out a number of weaknesses, including a slow progress in the restructuring of state-owned enterprises, low growth, and poor productivity in some firms. Centrally run enterprises contribute 1/3 of the total national state budget collection annually and employ over 1.3 million laborers. In the 2010 to 2015 period, their total revenue reached nearly $295 billion, with pre-tax profit of $27.2 billion and budget collection of over $145.4 billion.
Vietnam hopes the Japanese government and business community will continue to make investment in Vietnam. Deputy Prime Minister Hoàng Trung Hải made the statement at the Vietnam-Japan Business Forum in Hanoi on October 14.
Deputy Prime Minister Hai said the Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement is expected to have Vietnam and Japan move forward with win-win economic cooperation, specifically in the fields of support industry and agriculture. He affirmed that the Vietnamese government pledges to work closely with the Japanese side to improve business environment in order to make the country an attractive market for businesses in the future. According to a representative of the Japan External Trade Organization, Zastro, the rate using locally produced components in Vietnam is now about 33%, compared to 55% and 43% in Thailand and Indonesia, respectively. To become a manufacturer and supplier of spare parts for foreign countries, it is imperative for Vietnam to develop support industry and small and medium-sized enterprises. President of the Vietnam Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Vũ Tiến Lộc, said the agency will actively work with Zastro and the Japanese embassy in Vietnam to facilitate business cooperation between two nations so that Vietnam could forge ahead with improving infrastructure, developing support industry, and becoming a key supplier of farm produce and seafood for Japan. Japan is one of the biggest trade partners of Vietnam, with over $37.7 billion of registered investment capital in 2,661 projects operated by 1,500 businesses. Two-way trade hit $27.6 billion last year and $19 billion in the first 8 months of this year.
Low-cost Vietjet Air has launched a new service between Ho Chi Minh City with Yangon, Myanmar, in celebration of 40 years of diplomatic ties between the two countries.
The route will help meet increased travel demand and contribute to economic and cultural exchange, as well as international integration for both countries. The new route will operate return flights on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sharing similarities in economic development and culture, Myanmar and Vietnam have become increasingly attractive destinations in the ASEAN bloc for foreign direct investment. As the two economies have witnessed impressive economic growth, Vietjet Air said it wanted to include Myanmar in its airline expansion plan.
Natural disasters could consume between 3 and 5% of Vietnam's gross domestic product by 2030. This information was announced in the intended nationally determined contributions report from the United Nations.
Since the year beginning, Vietnam's weather has been abnormal, with extremities such as off-season rains and floods in the central region, historic rains in the northeast province of Quảng Ninh, and extremely cold weather in Sapa town in the northern mountainous province of Lào Cai. This abnormal weather phenomena caused great damage tolls in both humans and assets for communities, especially vulnerable ones in mountainous provinces, as well as had negative impacts on the economy and national food security. Pratibha Mehta, UN resident coordinator in Vietnam, said disasters in Vietnam are happening more frequently and more severely due to climate change. She recommended Vietnam raise national resilience against disasters and underlines the importance of reforming policies and mechanisms to seize the growing and fickle extremities of the global climate. She also suggested enhancing the role of the private sector in the fight against climate change.
A U.S. working team visited the central province of Guangxi from October 10 to 13 to find out more about activities to address post-war bomb and mine consequences.
The team was led by Michael Rothstein, Deputy Assistant Secretary for Plans, Programs and Operations in the U.S. Department of State's Bureau of Political Military Affairs. Guangxi leaders pledged to effectively use financial assistance by the U.S. Department of State and wished the department to help raise the capability of the Province Steering Committee for overcoming war consequences. During the visit, the team made field trips to projects underway in the province, such as the restoring the environment and neutralization the effects of the war in Hailang and Kano districts, and the resettlement areas in Balang Commune, Dak Krong district. Guangxi is one of the provinces most suffered in the war, with 83% of its total land containing unexploded ordnance. Since 1975, 8,500 local people have fallen victim to unexploded ordnance, 31% of whom are children.
Vietnamese performance has impressed at the 4th International Puppetry Festival that is underway in Hanoi with the participation of puppeteers from host Vietnam and 9 foreign troops.
Hào quang từ quá khứ, Halos from the Past, is based on a story of a foreign guest participating in a TV program on traditional Vietnamese culture. Roberto, a foreign puppetry artist living in Hanoi, expressed his love for Vietnamese culture and his wish to see traditional puppetry plays of Vietnam. Hào quang từ quá khứ raised the curtain of the festival with traditional plays such as Thạch Xanh, Tâm Cám, and Thành Gióng, which help the youth and foreign friends understand more about Vietnamese culture. The puppetry performance highlights the need to conserve traditional cultural values. Through this, young puppeteers want to extend their special thanks to older generations who have laid a firm foundation for Vietnamese puppetry.
Performances like this are helpful for Vietnamese audiences in particular to gain insight into various types of puppetry. Young artists like us can learn about contemporary fashion.
Hào quang từ quá khứ is one of the 3 plays by the Thăng Long Puppetry Theatre. 2 other troupes from Vietnam attending the festival this year, namely the Vietnam Puppetry Theatre and Hải Phòng City Puppetry Art Troupe, will also present brand new, never-before-seen puppetry and water puppetry. Attending the festival for the first time, foreign troops from the UK, Brussels, Myanmar, Cambodia and others have introduced unique performances featuring the national identity of each country.
Vietnam or any nation in the world, no matter how they involve to meet the particular taste of the public and breathe new air into their performances, it should be based on traditional values.
A new feature of this year's festival is that, apart from competing performances, participating troops will perform in the provinces of Nam Định, Ninh Bình, Hải Dương, Vĩnh Phúc and Thanh Hóa to help improve local spiritual lives. Vietnam is famous globally for its unique and attractive water puppetry. Water puppetry is believed to have originated from the villages of the Red River Delta in the 11th century, when the performing guilds of the 9 northern provinces practiced the art.
And that's the end of our program. Thank you for tuning in and see you next time.